Okay guys, so we did the original unboxing here. What we're doing now is we're moving on to the first fuel fill, plug-in, and startup of the Hcalory Toolbox Compact 2. This is the late 2024 model that should be considered a 2025 edition. All right, so I have it up on a couple pieces of 2x4 just to keep this exhaust off of my bed liner. Let's see here, let's unlatch. Start by putting some fuel in her, see if she leaks. Let's hope not. All right, I got some home heating oil, otherwise known as off-road diesel. Difference between road diesel and off-road diesel is road tax. You save here in Pennsylvania about almost $1 a gallon. And then the difference between home heating oil and off-road diesel here in Pennsylvania is you don't pay sales tax. So when you're going and you're buying your fuel, you want to make sure that they're aware that you're buying it as home heating oil, not as off-road diesel for your tractor. And you do not pay, in my instance, that would be a 6% sales tax. All right, let's see. This is going to be tough to do. I'm going to have to turn it around, get the tank closer to me, and then I can put it back up on blocks. Where I use my Hcalory diesel heater up at my camp, I do have a D battery fuel transfer pump that works really nice. Got that off of Amazon. It's just real convenient not having to pick these up and potentially spilling. Such as right now, I want to get my vent open so we can go. There we go. Now we're going to fill it. They do have windows cut in the metal housing so that you can see your fuel consumption rate without opening the box. We're getting there. I gotta look. I can't see where. Oh, we're getting close. Okay. Almost full to the top. And there we go. Should be full. I don't know if you can see, it's full almost to the cap. That's perfect. That's how I like it. That way you can go to bed, turn it down a little bit, not worry about it shutting off in the night. All right, so we should be done in there. So now I'm going to set it back up on my blocks. Alrighty, there we go. Now let's take our 110 to 12 volt adapter. We'll get rid of the twisty ties. Almost. There we go. Get rid of this one. Then we'll get her priming. All right, so here's my plug right here. Got that in. I have an outlet over here. There we go. All right. Don't really need the exhaust extension at this point. We should be able to just run this. Oh no, you must have that. I didn't realize that. The gender of the muffler and the discharge pipe are identical, gender and dimension. So you need this. So that you can get over the muffler. There we go. Okay. All right. Now, this can't go directly onto that without adding your flex pipe. All right. Now they do give you clamps, just so you know. They're in the packaging. They do give you all the clamps that you need to clamp the exhaust here, the muffler here, to clamp the flex pipe onto the box and to flex your air nozzle onto there. All right. Now we're in a long hole. Let me see here. Let me bring you over. Let's pick this thing up and let's see what we can do here. And we'll loosen that. Oops, sorry, loosen that. Let's go in here. All right, let's see if you can see. Okay, there's your power. All right. All right, so it started up on H4. Now the first thing it's going to do is begin to prime itself and try to get its fuel going up. So on these, you have the ability to adjust your temperature. This one has the 10 gears or heat settings. So there's your H10 or high. And you can go all the way down to H1 right there. All right, you can go into your settings right here. Let's see here. All right, so it's showing you that 61 degrees Fahrenheit is what it thinks it is in here now, which is probably a little cold. It's actually warmer in here than 61. Okay, heat 5. $61 again. That's odd when I long hold that. Oh, okay. You know what this is doing? It's not telling me what the temperature is in here. It's asking me what temperature do I want it to be in here. So let's just say I wanted to set it at 72, hotter than I would ever want my shop. But we can do that. Hit OK. Okay, so now it's telling me it's 57 is what it thinks. Now you hear the fuel pump beginning to prime. So it's beginning to look for fuel. Okay. So you see that screen blacks out. Anytime the screen blacks out, I'll tell you this. If you just pump the power button, it lights up. Okay. If the screen, like it's on 72 degrees and it's on setting number 5 right now, once the screen blacks out, if you hit an up or down arrow, it does wake up the screen, but it also changes a setting. So if you had it on heat setting 4, say, and you woke it up with the down arrow, it would wake up to 3. So there, you see it woke up to 71 because I hit the down arrow. Was it 72? Okay, so it just went to off. I believe it recognizes that it doesn't have fuel primed into the system. Now there is a way to force prime. Let's see, it's going through its shut off phase. Temperature unit switching. Okay, so you can change it between Celsius and Fahrenheit. You can also change it between feet and kilometers. Manual oiling, that's what we're looking for. So hold both the arrow up and the arrow down key for 2 seconds to manually control the oil pump. Release the buttons to stop the flow. Okay, so let's open her up. Okay, we can see there's no fuel. So we're gonna go ahead and long hold these. There we go. See if you can see that. It's on the left-hand side here by the intake on the heat exchanger. Come on, baby, get us some fuel. Okay, retap the buttons to end it. I'm going to try to see if I don't want to flood it. I don't want to get too much fuel in there. So I'm going to power off. Oh, okay, so she's going into auto. I smell fumes as if it's trying to do something. Oh, you know what? And I actually feel warmth, and there is some smoke. Here, let me show you here. I did flood it a little bit. I overdid the, there we go. So she's going to burn herself clean now. You see that exhaust? I don't know if you can see the smoke hanging in the air in the shop here. But we got enough prime on it that obviously we got it a little wet in there. There we go. I can feel the heat coming out of the exhaust right now. All right, you see what this feels like? Slightly warm, definitely not hot yet, but slightly warm. Actually, I can feel the temperature changing. It's warming up as we go. Let me look at that fuel line again. And let me see here if I can bring you over to see the fuel line. Poking around here a bit. So there's our fuel pump. So it's basically every little pump, it's spilling over and running downhill into the heat exchanger. When I was holding the prime button, I was expecting it to prime this solid with diesel fuel all the way down. I'm glad I stopped when I did, because we didn't get a whole bunch of smoke out of here. We got a little bit, not a big deal. But let me go back over here now. Okay. Definitely got a hot exhaust. Oh yeah, we definitely got hot here. Heck yeah, we got good heat rolling now. So we're no longer worried about it not being able to combust. All right, let's flip this. Now with this closed, the pump becomes a lot quieter. Okay, so it's in temperature mode. I do want to turn off temperature mode. I'm going to go into gear mode, and I'm going to run it on gear 2. And there you go. She's up and running. You're ready to go camping, ready to throw it in the back of your Jeep or your camper, whatever you want. And what it take us about 14 minutes to get it primed, get it burning. Everything's good. All right, guys, thank you. Do me a favor, like and subscribe. That helps me get the video out. And comment, absolutely, comment. Let Hcalory know, excuse me, what you want to see change in the future. They're interested. Okay, guys, I wanted to just share with you a little bit more. So it's been running since yesterday when I did the initial startup video. And in my garage is 38 by 26. I have a thermometer right here, and you can see we're 66-ish right there. So she's been running on low. There's my fuel tank. I haven't added fuel yet. The fuel pump, when you're doing anything in the shop, you don't hear it at all. I'm not sure how well you hear it. I have the microphone on my chest. Click, 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 click. You hear that? Okay. So we're on heat setting 2. Now we're real close. You see I got my microphone almost touching. I'm unbuckling here. So when you open the lid, it definitely gets louder. Let's open that. Get myself right up in here. So you should be able to hear that pretty good. I got the microphone about 4 inches away from the pump discharge. Okay. Now you'll notice as you close it, it gets quieter. It's definitely louder when you first start it before I believe there's some air left in the pump, and it clatters a little bit louder. It's a much duller sound. From here, I'll put my hip against tailgate here, and if you look at my bench area right there, that's I'm going to say 12, 13 feet away. If I go over here, I can just barely hear it at this distance right here. So I'm not sure if the microphone's actually even going to pick it up. It's just a faint ticking sound. I hear the exhaust and the airflow coming out of the heater more so than the clicking. So interesting. I have a CO2 sensor in here, thinking that, because I didn't permanently mount this, I didn't run the exhaust anywhere, and I've had this running in the garage, and I do have the garage sealed up pretty well. I have green hinges on here. Let me show you that just real quick, a side note, but green hinges are spring-loaded hinges that keep your door pressed tight into your gasket, so there's no air. Like, even when the wind blows, you have to compress all the springs of all the green hinges to break the seal of your door. So this is sealed pretty good. This is all sprayed foam insulation, but this is keeping my garage, it's 25 degrees outside, keeping my garage in the mid 60s right now, running it real low and fuel efficiently. These Hcalory heaters, they are very quiet. Like I've mentioned in a video when I was doing the TB2 review, that a buddy of mine has the Vevor, and for whatever reason, the fuel pump clicking on the Vevor is a lot louder than on the Hcalory. I'm not sure if it's the pump is a little bit different or how they mount it. But the Hcalory is definitely not as noticeable as it is on the Vevor brand. My opinion on Hcalory right now, from like I said, knowing someone with the Vevor and having been exposed to it, is that Hcalory is priced similarly at the low end to more so than the Vevor, but I believe it's an overall higher quality build. You could buy these diesel air heaters anywhere between $100 bill and almost $1,000. Hcalory, they're kind of hitting the market at points ranging from the low hundreds up to the 250-ish for the TB2. And they're doing an exceptional job of building top quality, yet very affordable diesel air heaters. I believe they're trying to, corner the market on the cost-effective yet well-performing, very tolerable sound levels. Hcalory is kind of trying to just grab that market and get to be known for the point that they're building for, making that, like I said, affordable and yet much more tolerable than some of the cheaper ones. I really don't have anything negative at all to say about Hcalory. This is the third unit that I got. Now, I will disclose that I bought the other two Hcalory, the Red Vertical SE and then the Toolbox 2. I did reviews on them. Hcalory reached out to me and offered this one to me. They shipped it directly to me without me paying for it. So this video is of a product that was provided by them. I'm not reimbursed. I'm not paid. I wasn't told what I can and cannot say. I can say anything I want. And I'll say the same thing I've said about the other two that I paid for, which is that I'm thrilled to have them. And I think that Hcalory is doing a real good job. Hcalory also has talked to me, and their engineering has responded to something that I asked them about, which is making a version similar to the TB2, but with Wi-Fi connectivity, so that I can have it installed up at my camp, which is 2 hours north of here. I'm near Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and up north of Route 80 or Interstate 80. I have a camp up there. It would be nice to be able to jump on Wi-Fi from here and activate the heater on a 10 or 20 degree day, and have my Hcalory units come to life and begin heating, so that when I drive my 2 hours up there and I walk in, I'm not walking into a 25 degree building. they took that information, they passed it to engineering. Engineering responded to me, and they're actually going to discuss that and look into what it would take to have a controller built that had that capability, and what the cost ramifications would be on doing that. They said, if they were going to try to look into doing something like that, they would need more feedback from customers saying that they would be interested in such a feature, and it would be about a year for development time from when they made the decision to do it. So Hcalory, their marketing team, is watching these videos that I'm doing. They're watching the comment sections. They're asking you to comment and give your opinions as to what Hcalory is doing right, doing wrong, or what they could change in the future. So if you have these opinions, go ahead, please share them, and we'll make sure that Hcalory sees that, and they will take that into consideration and potentially make changes to their products in the future based off of feedback of you guys. All right. Thank you very much. Do me a favor, please. Like I said before, like and subscribe. Hitting that like button does help me get these videos out to more people, and that helps me. I am monetized on YouTube, so I appreciate you helping me get these videos out. Share them on your social media. Share them to your friends that may be interested. Subscribe. That way you'll see other videos as I put them up. I don't know if you have noticed, but I do videos on welders. I have 7 welders here that I'm doing videos on. Various other things. So appreciate you guys, and I hope you appreciate me. Thank you.